On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye Volleyball is brought to you by Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Wellmark, you're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield, University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. And by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Now live, this is Hawkeye Volleyball.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Extreme Arena and Hawkeye Volleyball. John Evans here with my good buddy Reagan Coyle. As today, the Iowa Hawkeyes take on the Oregon Ducks. Oregon makes their first trip here to Extreme Arena, and then especially as a Big Ten member as well. Iowa coming off a tough midweek loss, fell to Northwestern in 4 sets. 25-22, 25-13, won the third set 25-19, and then fell in the fourth 25-22. And as we were talking before the match, Iowa in their first 6 Big Ten matches had probably played, hadn't necessarily played their best volleyball every match, but had played reasonably well. And this was the first time that maybe Iowa didn't perform up to the standards they wanted to perform to.
Yeah, it was a little tough to watch. Lots of unforced errors, but yeah, definitely uncharacteristic of the way that they've been, starting off the Big Ten season. It's a good day to bounce back and, play a really tough Oregon team. And, welcome Oregon to the Big Ten.
Yeah,
Iowa.
Exactly. Nobody feels sorry for you when you have a chance to win a match and don't get it done. And so Oregon was in Madison Friday night. They were welcome to the field house up there and fell in 4 sets to the Badgers, and so now they've had a day or two here in town to kind of get acclimated and get their feet on the ground, and so they'll be ready as they suffer just their second loss in Big Ten play, and they're a really good squad. They kind of do everything well, and I was just checking the stats, and one of the things that'll be big for Iowa is Oregon's the #1 blocking team in the conference. So you better be ready. You better have the toolbox open and arranged, because you're going to need a lot of different shots today to score.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Time to open the toolbox and utilize some different shots that maybe are kind of unconventional, but we have to keep them guessing and keep the block honest and try to open up some seams if we can.
Yeah, the #1 block in the conference, and they're second in hitting percentage allowed. Opponents just hit 158 against the Ducks, so kind of a big test there. Offensively, they're similar to Iowa. From a kills per set standpoint, they're just over 13. Iowa's just under 13, but they've done it much more efficiently than the Hawks. Hitting 262, where Iowa hits just 219. So that'll be kind of the big deal there. Will be, can Iowa slow them down a little bit? The Ducks led by Mimi Collier. She's just kind of I guess gets all the garbage, gets all the extra balls. She averages almost 4 kills a set and still hits 258. So she really does a nice job terminating, helping the Ducks get out of system action.
Yeah, she's really fun to watch. She's just a really great all-around player and has been, leading them. That's just who you think of when you hear about Oregon volleyball, is Mimi Collier. So she'll definitely be one for the Hawkeyes to slow down and need a strong right side block and need the middles to close to get a good setup on her.
So you'll have some changes in the Hawkeye lineup today. You're going to have Michelle Urquhart, Jenna Meitzler, Gracie Gibson, Malu Garcia, and then you're going to have Anna Davis back into the starting lineup, and Alyssa Warden's in the starting lineup. Dom Phils will take that front row spot when they rotate around. Urquhart diving play. Warden with a swing from the left side. Dug up, platform to the back row, rolled over, dug by Meitzler. Gallus will step in. She comes to the right to Garcia, off the block, and there's that block right there.
Not a ton open for Garcia there. She has a sliver of line to hit, but she needs the perfect set for that.
Ofebu and Collier with the block. 1-0 Ducks. Serve comes over. Urquhart, tough pass again. Warden from off the floor rolls it over. Tight ball. Gibson dunks it over, but dug up by Morris. Right side tipped over. Garcia gets it. Gallus steps in. Warden blocked, covered. Hawks get it over on a Gibson tip. Right side swing again. Whew. Hammered home by Glover on the left-handed rip right down the line.
Yeah, Warden was a little late to get there to set up a block. It was a good out-of-system set by Oregon.
Serve at Gallus this time. Great ball. Meitzler middle to Gibson. Off the block, falls to the floor. Ms. Automatic gets the kill for Iowa. First point, 2-1.
It's good to get our middles going early. Gibson is quite automatic with her crossbody swing, but they're kind of set up on her. They've watched some film on Gibson.
She had 11 kills Wednesday against Northwestern. Iowa just couldn't stay in the system often enough. Big swing from Collier, dug by Gallus. Meitzler platforms it across. Urquhart gets the swing high off the block, dug up back row, comes back out. Collier again, catches the back line.
She just has such a wide range. You know, that cross court swing didn't work for her, dug by Gallus, so she just goes high roll shot down the line, finds an open spot.
Mackenzie Morris, the libero, back to serve. White jersey comes forward and fires it. Good ball from Gallus. Gibson has to tip though. Middle of the floor, middle slams it over and scores. Colby Neal with her first kill. Ducks are another one of those big teams. Just lots of 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". Floated over. Urquhart runs up. Overpass. Ooh, Hawks catch a break there. Ball got to the side of Neal so that when she swung at it, she just ended up pulling it right down into the net. And here's the other change you'll see in the Hawkeye lineup. Jenna Meitzler setting from the back row. Sorry, well, Claire's still in the back row, but Claire Emerald's in. Gallus knocks it over. Good ball from Collier. Right side swing coming. Off the block and over. Dane Kopic with the good hands at the replay table. But Glover gets another kill. She'll leave.
Yeah, Davis is there on that block. Just needs a little bit more press from her right hand over the net to seal that block.
Daly McClellan now in. She'll serve. Hops forward, knocks it over with the right hand. Good ball from Urquhart. Amaral right side to Garcia. That looked pretty good.
That was a great high cross-court swing. With her being a lefty, she's got lots of cross-court opportunity with a ball like that. That lands a little bit inside.
Good ball there, right on time. Gave her time to rip at it. 5-3, Oregon leads. Garcia to serve. She'll go with the big high toss this time. Good pass. Pushed outside to Collier. Sails long. Ooh, touch called. Looked well over the block, but nobody in the Hawkeye front row complaining.
Yeah, got a little piece of it.
6-3 now. Collier will go back to serve. Good serve there. Good pass from Warden. Dumped over by Amaral. Jenna Meitzler's done a fantastic job setting since Claire got hurt, but that's the one thing Claire really gives is a much more offensive outlook to the setting position.
Yeah, that was a great choice there, just to keep the block honest and maybe open up some seams for our outside hitters.
Urquhart now with a good strong serve. Passed over, goes out to the back row. Collier. Hawks get it over. Comes outside, way over the block, but Garcia's there. Gallus, good platform, fills. Swings, she's blocked and caught the line. Good block there. That was Klein and Neal.
Just a lot of out-of-system play on the Hawkeye side. Need a good pass to get a good play going, get our middles involved, get a rhythm.
7-4 Oregon. De Los Reyes to serve. Urquhart, good ball. Tight ball that Emerald tried to push over. Big strong swing dug by Garcia. Amaral chases it down. Back row from Garcia goes well over the block and over the end line. Eight 4 Oregon now. Reyes off the tape. Good pass from Anna Davis. Phils with the swing. Dug up. Chased down. Ball's tight. And Phils knocks it away from a diving Urquhart. That's a good play from that was Oabete.
Yeah, I just need some early communication on that to pick up from Dom.
Big high float. Davis takes it again. Push to Davis on the slide. Through the block and scores. 9-5. Jenna Meitzler back in. All right, so I think I might have the idea. You bring Claire in when you're going to set, when you want to set slides, and maybe you're going to come to the right side a little more often. Davis off the tape, good strong serve. Gracie Gibson loses the joust, but she wins the joust when the setter's in the net. So Klein called for a net violation. 9-6. Davis, another good serve. Decent, well, not a great pass. Back row from Collier, dug by Urquhart. Meitzler chases it down. Back row from Garcia. And that was in rhythm and driven home.
Love Garcia on the back row attack. She's just so explosive, and it's hard to dig when you're on the other end of that ball.
That was a good fastball from Malu, 9-7. Davis, good strong serve. Not a good pass, platformed across. Collier. Garcia with one hand. Anna Davis will take it and give it Garcia a chance to tip. Gibson gets the cover. Phils tips. She's dug up. Pushed across. Back row Collier. Garcia, big high ball, middle of the floor. Pushed across. Phils is there. Meitzler fights through. Back row to Garcia. Dug up by McLennan. High over the block. Garcia with a great dig. Meitzler. Phils. Covered by Davis. Phils is in the net. The second flinch was, the concept was good, but she pushed her hand into the net there. I think she was running out of gas.
Yeah. Lots of great defense here on the Hawkeye side. Great digs by Garcia, the middle back.
10-7 Oregon. Klein back to serve. Urquhart overpass. Good play by Meitzler, though. Gibson has to just wipe at it, though. Right side swing, big high tip. Meitzler's there. Gallus back behind her to Phils. Dug up by Morris, chased down, platformed across. Ooh, Urquhart plays a ball that's out. Meitzler gives it to Gibson, though. She's blocked and stays on the Hawkeye side. That is not a very big block coming to the left side, but gets it done on Gibson that time, 11-7. Now, Oabete's only 5'10" in the program, which means she's probably not that big. Gallus diving play. Back row Garcia has to tip. Diving play there from Morris. Big high swing off the block. Gallus is able to get there. Good ball from Garcia. And Phil slams it into the net.
It's an amazing up by Gallus, kind of diving into the courtside chairs there.
And the reason I went with Dom is she's kind of got that array of shots, just struggling to find the off-speed stuff right now. So she'll take a seat. Gabby Deary in. Float serve goes over at Gallus. Good ball to Meitzler across. Gabby Deary off the bench, and she tips it into the net. Not a strong start with the off-speed stuff for the Hawkeyes. You're going to have to kind of trust your training there and take a rip at it. 13-7 Oregon on a 4-0 run. Timeout Hawkeyes. When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. Every day, University of Iowa Healthcare is working to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org. 5 kills, 7 errors for the Hawks, and 3 blocks for the Ducks. So I think there's your tail of the tape right now, as Iowa's trying to be a little too
fancy.
Yeah, too perfect. Just get the ball over at some level. And I know I've sat in enough of the scouting reports to understand that there's probably the tip it just over the block or tip it just in this spot, but your first mistake has got to be over.
Right. Gotta make it over first. Yeah. Iowa, I feel like, is playing a little timid right now. They're not really sure what to do with the ball. They're not having fun out there either. So you can just kind of feel the tense vibe right now. Oregon's not having to do anything special, really. All they have to do is just, find a deep spot on the court. Lots of miscommunication on the Hawkeye defense, a few drop balls here and there, a few unforced errors. Just need to play cleaner volleyball on the Iowa side.
How about 20 points into the match, and Malu Garcia has 6 digs already.
Yeah, she's doing amazing there in middle back. Oregon swings. They find the deep spots on the court, and Malu's just playing super deep kind of on that end line, and she's able to get a lot of touches on those.
Yeah, Iowa outside hitters right now, no kills, 4 errors on 8 swings. So actually on 12 swings, Alyssa Warden had 4 in the first go-round. So going to have to get some production from that left pin. And this will be a short afternoon. Serve comes over from Klein. Good ball from Urquhart. Meitzler slide to Gibson. She gets the kill. That's not a normal play for Gracie. She usually runs kind of in front of or right behind the setter. That time she went full slide. Jenna Meitzler will head back to serve. 13-8 Oregon. Jenna with a good serve, but a good pass. Rifles it down the line. Owabete with the kill. 14-8.
Yeah, like you said earlier, she's 5'10", but she jumps like she's 6'3". She has such a high reach.
And she'll be back to serve now. Thought that was going to roll over the tape and come in. Hit solid right in the top of the tape, but ricocheted back to the Oregon side. For first service error of the match, 14-9. We saw 30 service errors Wednesday night. Rolled over there. Gallus with a run through. Meitzler pushed it behind her to Garcia. Into the tape. Fought for it and couldn't get it though. Give Garcia the kill as the back row couldn't control it. 14-10.
The right pin swing is really working for the Hawkeyes. So there it's a slider. Garcia back there. Cross court into zone 1 has been a kill every time.
Alyssa Warden floats it over. Great serve. Collier goes on the ground. Owabete with a great back row swing there. Kind of cut it over into the 5 spot. She's got 3 kills early. 15-10. Mackenzie Morris serves. Bad pass. Garcia, though, gets it in play. Urquhart just platforms it over. Pass off the net, but Collier will get a rip off the block. Warden couldn't handle it. She pinched up just that first step forward, ended up costing her as the ball goes over her head. 16-10. Good strong serve again. Meitzler, Urquhart. Dug by Morris. Back row again, tipped, and it's a beauty. Wow, was that great. Owabete tipped it right into the 4 spot as Urquhart pinched in on the double block. She saw it. So you were talking about the hang time, gave her plenty of time to figure out where to go.
Yeah, that was a really beautiful tip.
17-10. Float serve. Gallus, good ball. Meitzler across. Urquhart. There's your outside kill.
We'll leave it to Mickey to get the outsides going here.
17-11. Gibson and Meitzler head to the bench. Joy Gallus will serve. Anna Davis to the front row. Claire Emerald to set. Gallus knocks it over. Good ball from Owabete out to Collier. Not sure how Alyssa missed that one.
I'm not sure if it touched the block a little bit and moved the ball. I missed it. I couldn't tell. She looked like she was about to dig it.
Yeah, it looked like she was in position and then got off to her shoulder. So, yeah, I think it had to have been deflected over. McClellan to serve now, 18-11 Oregon. Sails that well out. 18-12. See if the Hawks can take any advantage here and go on their own run. Garcia, big toss, big rip. Returns the favor long. $19-12 now. Collier now, good sharp cross. Good pass from Urquhart. Amaral in the slide to Davis. Misses wide.
Just tough to get anything going on offense right now for Iowa.
20-12 now. Collier hops forward, sends a floater over. Bad pass from Davis. 21-12 as you make the middle pass, and that's probably a good thing. Not if you're the Hawkeyes, though, as nobody went for second ball then. 21-12 Oregon, timeout, Coach Barnes. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels, Homewood Suites and Home to Suites by Hilton. Each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Okay, we need a reset.
We do. We do. The numbers are kind of speaking for themselves right now. Oregon hitting 357. Iowa 8 kills on 8 errors, hitting 0. And that's just what the difference is in points right now. Iowa just can't get much going on offense.
Yeah, and all the kills have come from middle right except for one. You know, you've had 7 of the 8 kills were either your setter, your middles, or your right side. Just had 1 outside kill so far on, 2, 9, 10, 14 swings. And so compound that with the 4 errors, and you've got an adjustment you're going to need to make here somewhere along the way.
Yeah, definitely. If you can't get your outsides going on offense, it's hard to get everyone else going because you need to go to your outsides a lot on the out-of-system balls. And, when Urquhart's on and she's firing on all cylinders, I feel like the team kind of surrounds her and gets a little bit of a spark from her. But right now, overall struggling as an outside unit.
Iowa field hockey in action. We'll go to a good news place. Iowa field hockey leads 1-0 over Cal. Iowa soccer starts at 1 o'clock. They had another big win Thursday night, I think it was. They've been fantastic. Just 1 loss on the season. Collier serves it over at Gallus. Bad pass. Good hustle play from Amaral, and the Hawks get it over. But they can't get the dig. Give the kill to Colby Neal on the slide. And Collier spent too much time at the service line for the Hawks, 22-12. Ooh, what a great float serve. Gallus gets there. Urquhart. She scores down the line.
Time to get some momentum going at the end of this set. Probably can't come back and win this one, but at least going into set 2, need to hit the reset button with their momentum and intensity.
Try to find something you feel like will work at least, where you can, hey, let's do this as we head into set 2. Urquhart sends a float serve over. Good high ball. Oh, that was out. And that'll be a challenge. So Owabete hit the roll shot. Looked just over the end line to everybody's naked eye but the down ref.
And the line judge.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. The line judge was the most important one. And unfortunate. Oh, that was quick. Hawk point as the ball was out.
Very fast review.
Kurt gave me a look over at the bench, at the Hawkeye bench, 22-14. It was close. It wasn't like
It was, yeah.
We all think it was out because of that Hawkeye goggles on. Turns out we were all right, too. But Urquhart, good float serve. But that one sails wide. 23-14. Couple service errors for the Hawks in the set. De Los Reyes to serve. At Urquhart, good ball to Amaral. Outside, Deary scores down the line.
It's a good line swing by Deary, kind of to match Urquhart's energy to get the outsides going.
And again, I know Gabby likes to go cross, but this block is pretty good size. You have to alter a couple things. Davis, good serve, diving play, overpass is tipped out. Klein misses wide. Again, this is what you talked about. Try to find just something here to maybe go on a 4-1, 5-2 run here to finish up the set and feel like you built some momentum. Davis knocks it over. Good pass, right side slide. Urquhart gets it in the air. Garcia, boy, what an effort to try to get that up in the air.
It's a great touch. Right now, Oregon on the right side hitting cross court into our zone 1. We're having a really hard time digging that ball. It's right to the left of our defender there. I'd like to see our defense start to get those balls up.
That was Ofebu on the slide, so 24-16. Serve sails long. 24-17. And Jenna Meitzler will try to keep the Hawks in it. Pass off the net. Oabete dug up by Gallus. Meitzler outside. Deary has to tip. It's a pretty good one, though, but it's going to get platformed across. Urquhart, Meitzler, Garcia. No touch. I thought she hit it off high hands, but
I thought so, too.
nobody else agreed. 25-17, Oregon takes the set on the Garcia hitting error. And that'll do it for set 1. We'll take a quick break. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Melrose Meadows. Voted Iowa City's best retirement community. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you are in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty. For all your real estate needs, call 319-631-5455.
Hey, hungry? And your heart is ticking for chicken? Well, take a quick turn into Quickstar because we got
no ordinary chicken.
Yeah, go wild with wings. Next level super wings with trusty sidekick and sauces. Or let's talk tender. Quick chick tenders. Love me tenders. Love me some quick tenders. Ours are bigger, better, tastier. Or if you're feeling good old school comfort fried chicken, we got it. Hand breaded down homier than anywhere. Quickstar, saving your nuggets from ordinary.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Iowa Hawkeyes all season long with your favorite black and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from Niall Kinnick Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Hawkeyes branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Hawkeyes. Shields, proud partner of Iowa athletics and football fans everywhere.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena. Oregon takes set one, 25-17. Before we get into that, it's the pink out game for Hawkeye volleyball. We just ask everybody to stand up, and boy, it feels like I think you'd be hard pressed if you're over the age of about 10 to not have been affected in some way or another by cancer. Know someone that's that's dealt with it if you haven't dealt with it closely in your own family. So good showing, good pink crowd here today.
Yeah, for a Sunday, it's pretty good. Sunday midday,
and you know, originally if you looked at the schedule, it was a 2 o'clock game, got moved up to noon. But yeah, a lot of pink t-shirts, pink pom-poms. A lot of good action. But back here on the volleyball side, you've got kind of a tale of the outside. You've got Collier and Owabete with 4 kills each for Oregon, and then Iowa struggling from the left pin, but Malu Garcia leads the Hawks with 3 kills. But again, kind of the tale: 10 kills, 9 errors for the Hawks.
Yeah, you'd think with the numbers, Oregon hitting 303, Iowa hitting 029, the score would be a little bit more lopsided than 25-17. Iowa kind of hung with them there for a little bit, but like I said, they just couldn't get anything going on offense. Get kind of a reset here with set 2, see if they can be a little bit more balanced and keep our middles involved, keep our right sides involved, and get the outsides involved too and become more offensive this set.
15 digs from the Hawks, so again, good defense played. 6 for Malu Garcia, 5 for Joy Gallus. They're going to need more offense to lengthen this match out. Good serve from Meitzler, middle attack. Ooh. Punched up, platformed over. Good dig there from Joy. Try it again, and Gracie Gibson wins the battle with Ofebu.
Amazing dig by Gallus. The down rough stand was right in front of where she dug that ball, but I didn't know it was up. That was a great spark on defense by Gallus.
Yeah, I assumed that was a kill. That dug up, fisted up, and then Meitzler drops the serve right in front of Collier, and the Hawks have a 2-0 lead. Bottom fell out of that one as it was coming.
It did.
Collier's platform was ready, and then it just didn't make it the last foot. Meitzler goes at her again. Another bad pass. Through the block, Hawks dig it up. Urquhart, Meitzler, Garcia. Dug by Klein. Platformed across, Glover. Blocked, and it's right back down. Gabby Deary, Gracie Gibson, and the Hawks have some fire now.
Deary was all over that ball. She was high and pressed over. She got every piece of that attempted high line swing.
Meitzler, good ball from Collier this time. Ball's behind Obeding. Oh, and there's the block. Returns the favor on Deary that time.
We'll take 3-1 as a start, though. That was a really hot start for Iowa to just get a spark roll in the second set.
Yeah, Oregon had 3 hitting errors in the first set. They have 2 already on 2 Hawkeye blocks. And that ball sails long. Oabete sends it over the in line. I mean, how many times have we talked about that? Your other team's got some momentum. You get a good block, you get it back, and you give a service error to give it right back. So see if Iowa can build on that now. Alyssa Warden serves it over. Not a good pass. Collier inside the floor, rolls it over, dug by Warden. Meitzler pushes it right side to Garcia, and she gets the kill. Good seam ball there. Got it into kind of the one corner and right between 2 players. Yeah,
it's a great reverse by Meitzler. That's a hard ball with her momentum going forward to send that ball back. The set died inside a little bit, but Garcia, being a lefty, she can come in on that ball and still get some cross-court swing.
You'd said last week, inside's a little better than too far outside.
Yep.
Warden, big high float at Collier, but great pass. Right side, over the block, and that's good positioning there. Took something off that Glover. Hits it in the 1-2 seam there.
Yeah, not a huge, rip on that ball, but just a really smart shot by Glover. Just kind of a roll shot.
Mackenzie Morris, 5 digs for her, fires it over at Warden. Meitzler goes behind her to Garcia. Dug up, boy. Glover had room and then felt like she was on the warning track and stopped.
Yeah. That's hard when you're trying to track the ball and not really sure when you're going to get kind of clocked by the...
When she wasn't exactly just jogging. That was full speed. I don't blame her for not wanting to get taken out at the knees. Gallus, good serve. Behind Glover, she tips. Garcia runs through. Amaral, Urquhart, sharp cut, scores.
There's her 4-4 swing that she is best at. Hasn't been open quite tonight. So the middle block from Oregon is so big, but middle struggled to close there. She had that cross-court seam right open.
A lot of traffic and overpass. Garcia slams it down. High left-handed grab, 8-2 Hawks. Coach Matt Ulmer will use his first time out of the night. Well, that was a little bit more energy Iowa's brought here in set 2.
That was a spark they're needing for sure, especially just to start off the set like that too.
The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is responsible for our community being home to countless amateur sporting events and state tournaments, from state volleyball, wrestling, tennis, and much more. The Sports Commission generates significant annual economic impact while adding substantially to our quality of life. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is a proud presenting sponsor of UI Women's Athletics. Learn more at wegotnext.org. So yeah, all Iowa here to start set 2. 8-2 Hawks on another 3-0 run. And I think what we said, you get a service error and you're just going to keep finding a way to build here.
Yeah, we got Urquhart hitting 750, 3 kills on 4 total attempts, no errors. She's going to be the one to kind of get the team going. And Deary with that block to start off the set 2, I feel like was a huge spark along with Gallus's dig. Just they're playing cohesive as a unit now.
Yeah, there's a lot of good action. You've got Gallus and Garcia both with 7 digs, and then you've got Deary and Gibson who had a hand in the 2 blocks to get the set started too. So, after no blocks in set 1, you get 2 blocks in the first 2 or 3 points and kind of say, okay, yeah, hey, we gotta do something a little different and make our presence known here. And
I think that's exactly what they're doing.
And a good flex, and so you go from hitting Iowa hits 029 in the first set. Granted, it's early now, but hitting 500 here, 4 kills and an error, holding Oregon to a negative number. Gallus knocks it over. Oabete, great ball outside to Collier, off the block and scores.
She has a great high hand swing. Garcia was there on that block, but just Collier just found her right hand nice and high. Nothing you can do there as a blocker.
Daly McClellan checks in, she'll serve. Good strong serve there, and that'll go for an ace. Again, kind of lost in the support. Not sure if it split the seam there with Warden and Urquhart, but neither one could get it into the air.
And that ball has a long way to travel, going from kind of 5 to 5. So it'll drop.
That time she goes right at Warden, overpass. Amaral's in the net, and that's the one that's going to make her limp a little bit too as she collides. So overpass will get the back row setter call. Now you got to get this stopped here, 8-5. Urquhart, not a good pass. Warden chases it down. Gallus just short platforms it over. Pushes outside to Collier. She's blocked. Collier will get another rip. Oh boy, went over the block. Just caught the back line.
Yeah, it's such a smart swing. If you don't get a hit kill the first time when you're trying to rip the ball and get a bounce, go for the high roll shot, paint the end line.
8-6.
Really smart shot.
Sorry, in-house scoring has it wrong. Great serve. Amaral goes behind her. Garcia tips. Collier tips. Ooh. Just that is as sharp as cut as you can hit there on a 4-4 cut.
Her shot chart just covers it all. You know, she's going to find the empty spot on the floor for sure.
8-7 now. 5 straight for Oregon. Sails that long. Hawks catch a break there. She had kind of wearing out the 5-6 spot of Urquhart and Warden. 9-7 now. Garcia, big high float. Back row. Obete off the block, dug by Gallus. Amaral with a rip and scores. And again, the joy of a left-handed setter there is that ball's right on top of the net. Claire goes up and just takes a swing at it.
Yeah, just catches the block and defense completely off guard.
10-7 now. Garcia goes with the float again. Not a good pass. Collier has to tip. Warden, Garcia, Urquhart from off the net. Off the tape, rolls it out of bounds. Was always a little sketchy, but you were hoping to maybe catch a little more luck.
Yeah, that's her favorite swing there. Just caught the tape a little bit to add a little bit more to it than she wanted.
Collier, 7 kills already. Urquhart, tough pass. Gallus steps in. Urquhart will get a swing through the block and scores. Nice bounce back for Mickey.
The cross court's not working. She's going to switch it up and go line. That was kind of an off-speed swing, but she caught the block, just not pressed over all the way, and got a tool.
11-8 Iowa. Urquhart now back to serve. Good serve there. Decent pass from Morris. Back row Collier. Urquhart gets in the air. Amaral chases it down. Garcia rolls it over. That's pancaked up. Owabete off the block, dug by Gallus. Amaral tried to go with the back row again. Didn't work this time. Collier from the back row. Amaral. Deary. Dug by Morris. Owabete tips. Dug by Deary. Amaral. Garcia from the back. Covered by Davis. Amaral chases it down. Good push outside to Deary. Off the tape. Dug by McClellan. Owabete off the block and over Garcia's head.
What a great rally. Gallus is just a digging machine back there. She's playing outstanding defense right now.
We haven't even played a set and a half. Joy has 10 digs already. Taylor Reyes to serve. 11-9 Iowa. Urquhart. Good ball that time to Amaral. She dumps it over and scores.
Love that she's an offensive weapon when she's up there in the front row. It just creates a whole nother dynamic to your front row when you have a setter that is that big of a threat alongside your other hitters.
She's got 3 kills and 5 assists. She played just a few points at Northwestern. That was her first match back in almost a month. Davis, good serve, but a good pass. Right side slide. Good swing there. That was Ofebu. Klein back to serve. That'll put Glover back in the front row. Good pass from Urquhart. Meitzer gives it to Gibson. Little off speed on the crossbody that time. Glover, big rip, blocked and in. Deary and Gibson are on fire this set.
Yeah, taking away that cross-court swing. Gibson is just so disciplined as a blocker with her hands pressed over the net before the ball's even hit.
Jenna Meitzler to serve. Good serve there. Blocked, covered by Deary. Meitzler steps in. Deary with no transition through the block and scores.
Way to swing by Deary. Good off-blocker defense there. Pick up by her. Have to transition super quick and get out there on that ball. I love that she's taking a swing on that ball versus just sending over a tip or a free ball.
Meitzler now to serve. Collier, good ball. Right side Glover on the runaround. Ooh.
I thought that was up.
She did not call a lift.
Oh, Brian said no, that ball was down.
Okay, so yeah.
I thought it was up though. Little kick save action by Meitzler.
Yeah, the second touch was a kick save and looked like maybe, but give Glover the kill. 14-11. Awabete knocks it over. Urquhart overpass. Oh yeah, she was well over the net that time.
Yeah, way over.
Ofebu, appreciate the enthusiasm, but a lot of times the setter goes up. You can see they're saving it. Meitzler looked like she was still on the Hawkeye side.
Oh, for sure.
Up ref agreed. Alyssa Warden to serve. 15-11. Hawks lead here in the second. Bad pass, a serve. 16-11. Timeout, Oregon. So I'm going to skip the read here for a second. I want to ask you a question. So on that Deary kill, how hard is it as a hitter? You get the pickup. You get the pickup on that, and you don't get a transition. How hard is it to go ahead and swing at that instead of, oh, hey, I'm just going to push this over? Because, I mean, you're used to hey, I got my normal 3-4 step approach. Here I come with full speed. How hard is that?
It is a tough swing, and especially because you normally, if you transition that quick, you can't really see the block that's in front of you. She had a double block in front of her, but the double block was a little bit late, and she still swung away, and it was not a low swing, it was definitely a high swing. So to, test the tool, high hands, yeah, tough swing, but you got to stay aggressive when you're playing a good blocking team like Oregon. If the blocker was pressed on that ball, it wouldn't be pretty for the Iowa side, but Deary just swung away, high hands, love the aggression.
When it feels like if you just, and you mentioned, if you just send a tip over,
yep,
Oregon's going to run at you in the system, and they're either going to run that quick athletic middle or they're going to run it out to Collier, who's going to just take a free swing at you. So, you're almost better off to try and do something here. And,
exactly.
And at the very least, maybe if they do dig it, they dig it out of system then, and you give yourself a little bit better chance to score later in the point, I guess, if you need it. So 16-11, Iowa leads here in the second. Oregon took the first, 25-17. Iowa hitting 263 now on the set, holding Oregon to 125. All three Hawkeye blocks have come in this set and have come at the hands of Gabby Deary and Gracie Gibson. Alyssa Warden now to serve. Good strong serve, got into Collier. Collier will get a swing at it though, and she sends it. Oh, now yeah, that was well over the block, but the line judge called a touch and she was overruled, and no complaint on the Oregon side. Although we do get the market just to see it anyway. 17-11. Warden, great serve. The good pass from Collier. Back row. Catches the line. Good swing from Oabete. She angles that ball well from the back too. She doesn't just hit it right down the pipe. She's hitting off to.
Yeah, she found that corner deep one. That's a tough ball to place when you're hitting that back row attack.
17-12. Mackenzie Morris to serve. Good ball from Gallus. Meitzler. Gibson scores.
She's automatic on that cross-court ball. Crossbody swing, one-on-one. That's all day for Gibson.
3 for Gracie. She heads to the bench. Anna Davis back to the front row. Joy Gallus to serve. 18-12 Iowa. Obete, great pass, middle of the floor. Kind of punched over. Amaral with the dig. Warden with the chase down. Urquhart with a platform over. Look out, Glover. No, across to Collier. Misses wide. Line judge isn't going to call a touch again after getting overruled last time, 19-12. Mia Taverdi will check in. Serve goes over. Another good one from Oabete. All the way outside Collier. Dug again by the Hawks. Amaral finds a way to it. Urquhart with no transition. Diving play from Morris. Collier off the net. Down the line and misses. 20-12 Hawks.
Kind of uncharacteristic play by the Ducks on our side here. Lots of unforced errors, especially by Collier. It's a great time for Iowa to take advantage and keep their foot on the gas, stay aggressive from the service line.
Gallus, great ball from Owabete. Right side Glover. Dug by Amaral, but into the Hawkeye bench. Gallus with great hustle, can't quite get there.
Amaral was there on that dig, just added a little bit too much with her platform.
(20-13). Joy stumbled coming out of the Hawkeye scrum over there. McClellan serves it over. Amaral, middle of the floor. Garcia scores. Malu with 7, 21-13 Iowa. Garcia at the service line. She hops forward. Sends a good sharp ball to Owabete. Collier off the block. Warden can't handle it.
Notice Malu switch back to her float serve after an error there on her top spin. I love her float too. It's very effective.
Say her float is very good, so it's not like you're giving up a lot. You're just giving up the fastball and throwing the slider. Urquhart, good pass. Comes back out to her. Goes down the line, catches. Does not catch anything. Misses the line wide, 21-15.
It's a good idea by Urquhart. The line is there for her. She just turned her shoulders a little bit too much on that ball.
Collier to serve again. Urquhart, good ball. Amaral, slide to Davis. Boy, that was a beauty. Dug up by Morris. Collier from the back row, catches the back line. 21-16.
Pretty even matchup as far as back row attackers right now with Collier on Oregon side and Garcia on Iowa's. Looks like similar swing.
Urquhart, great ball to Amaral. Goes back to Urquhart, off the block. Good one-handed play, pushed over by Warden, caught a break. The slide blows up Gallus that time. Boy, that was powerful out of Taverdi. 21-17, Coach Barnes will call timeout.
I think they were a little upset that a double wasn't called on that ball over the net.
Well, and yeah, that's probably a good point too. You know, we talk about the doubles on, if the ball stays on your side, you can do nearly anything you want. Alyssa Warden pushed that ball over with two hands.
And then a little bit of rotation.
Yeah, and then that brings but to me it's always too, if you're kind of catching it below shoulder level and pushing it over from your waist to your chest somewhere in there, it's a good chance you're either doubling it or lifting it.
Yep.
But she got away with both. Didn't really matter though, as Taverdi sent it home. Taverdi's a freshman from Nebraska. She's one of the few people. You look at the Oregon roster. It's pretty much California and Oregon. You've got a couple outliers thrown in there. Then you've got a couple real outliers thrown in there from Greece and Milan, Italy. But it's a pretty much a Northwest or at least a West Coast group for the most part.
I wonder how many of them have actually been to the state of Iowa.
Oh yeah, to Iowa, probably not a ton.
I'd like to know that stat line.
The team as I was talking to Coach Ulmer earlier, they played Wisconsin last year. I think it was in the Elite 8 round. So they've been to the Midwest at the very least. I've been to the Wisconsin field house. So 21-17, Iowa still leads. 4 straight though from Oregon. Iowa's passed reasonably well, just haven't been able to get the term. Not a good pass there, and it hits the antenna. Kind of felt like that was coming.
Need a good pass. Good swing here by Iowa.
Get a great pass here. This would be the time for Claire to do her thing in the front row too. 21-18. There's the overpass. But Amaral does her thing with a block. Claire Amaral blocks Taverdi.
With authority there.
She
wanted that ball.
That was huge. What a turning point. 22-18 now as Iowa gets the point and sends their best server to the service line. Urquhart catches the back line.
Such a beautiful serve.
McClellan was trying to wish it long. Mickey looked 5-5 and then pulled across, went right down the line of the one seam. 23-18. Floats this one, taken by Taverdi. Pushed outside. Oabete off the block, dug by Gallus. Amaral, back row Garcia. That ball's in the air. McClellan can't chase it down. 8 for Malu, and the Hawks have set point.
I feel like most of Malu's kills have come in from the back row right now. She's hitting really well out of that pipe swing.
Well, with an offensive setter and an offensive threat in the back row, you can really stretch that blocking out. Urquhart to serve, 24-18. Great serve, but a good pass from Morris. Collier from the back. Gallus. Emerald tips it over. Tipped over, dug by Garcia. Amaral. Davis on the slide. Good dig from Collier. Oabete. Long, no touch. The Hawks take set 2, 25-18, and we're tied at 1 set apiece.
That was a really fun one to watch. I feel like Iowa did get into a rhythm, and they were able to pass well and get an offense going with Malu on the back row. And like you said, Amaral as an offensive threat in the front row. Just really stretched Oregon's block out because they're, the best blocking team in the country. That's hard to do.
Iowa hits 259 on the set, has 4 blocks of their own in that set, holds Oregon to 105 in the set. Other than a little tense moment there at the end, they kind of cruise through that set and take it 25-18. We'll take a long break, 1 set apiece here at Extreme Arena. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar.
Hey, hungry? And your heart is ticking for chicken? Well, take a quick turn into Quickstar because we got
no ordinary chicken.
Yeah, go wild with wings. Next level super wings with trusty sidekick and sauces. Or let's talk tender. Quick chick tenders. Love me tenders. Love me some quick tenders. Ours are bigger, better, tastier. Or if you're feeling good old school comfort fried chicken, we got it. Hand breaded down homier than anywhere. Quickstar, saving your nuggets from ordinary.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Iowa Hawkeyes all season long with your favorite black and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from Niall Kinnick Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Hawkeyes branded gear from the Shields fan shop. Visit us at your local Shields or shields.com and let's cheer on the Hawkeyes. Shields, proud partner of Iowa athletics and football fans everywhere.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Hey Hawks, Peyton Sanford here. Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa student athletes like me to support charities throughout Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Hey Hawkeyes, this is Kirk Ferentz. Support Iowa's corn farmers by pumping up with Unleaded 88. Fuel your drive to the game with a clear choice at the pump. Unleaded 88 is cheaper, greener, and homegrown. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Let's go Hawks.
Hey, hungry? And your heart is ticking for chicken? Well, take a quick turn into Quick Star because we got
no ordinary chicken.
Yeah, go wild with wings. Next level super wings with trusty sidekick and sauces. Or let's talk tender. Quick chick tenders. Love me tenders. Love me some quick tenders. Ours are bigger, better, tastier. Or if you're feeling good old school comfort fried chicken, we got it. Hand breaded down homier than anywhere. Quick Star, saving your nuggets from ordinary.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena. Oregon takes set one, 25-17. Iowa responds and takes set two, 25-18. I'm John Evans alongside Reagan Coyle. Reagan, that was a much better set for the Hawks.
It sure was. They were playing much better volleyball than what they played in the last week, especially what we saw at Northwestern. Just changes the whole dynamic with having Amaral in the front row as an offensive weapon. And our outsides are going now, Urquhart hitting 250 and Deary hitting 0, but, the spark that she's brought out on the court shows a little bit more than the number 0 there. But, yeah, it just looks like they're having more fun as a cohesive unit and just playing clean volleyball, too.
Well, the big thing there, Deary hitting 0, yes, but she had the error. She had one of the hitting errors in the first set. But even more importantly, the 3 blocks that she and Gracie Gibson teamed up on to really kind of turn the tide early. Those first 2 blocks were within the first 2 or 3 points. So Iowa was able to set a block, get it done, held Oregon to 105 hitting there in set 2. And after no blocks in the first, had 4 in the second. So we're able to kind of set a presence of, hey, we're here. Let's spend some time while we're here. Owabete will serve to start set 3. Urquhart lunging play. Gallus lunges through. Garcia, good roll, but dug up. Collier. Good kill from her. She's got 10 now, first to double digits.
It was a long way back for Gallus getting the set over here on our side of the court, running all the way back to left back to try to dig that ball.
Yeah, sets it from the 1 spot, has to run over to 5 to her defensive spot. Ooh, Hawks are able to get that in the air. Hawks are able to get that in the air. Deary from the left, blocked, covered. Gallus, Meitzler, Garcia tips it. Collier tips, Deary. Hawks are able to get that over somehow. And thrown over by Taverdi, scores.
Really great defensive effort by Iowa side there during that rally. Lots of one-arm digs and hits there to keep the rally alive more than one time there.
Yeah, that was a lot of scramble on the Iowa side. Unfortunately, Oregon got a good run at it. Middle to Gibson, catches the line and scores. Klein was hoping it was out because it just went over her right shoulder.
I think it painted the sideline. Great swing.
Gibson with 4. Hawks trail 2-1 here in the third. Alyssa Warden in to serve. Anytime Sparky walks behind us here, you got to wonder. Alyssa Warden misses long on the serve. Mackenzie Morris to serve, 3-1. Good serve at Urquhart. Meitzler goes up, Gibson scores.
Automatic crossbody kill from Gibson again.
My buddy John Leo asked, he said, why don't we feed Gracie Gibson more? And I said, well, the problem is if they serve and we make a good pass and Gracie gets a kill, she rotates 1 spot over. She only gets so many good options at her to set her. Hawks get a good block. Right side Glover. Off Gallus and scores.
Yeah, and to that point, too, we need a good pass to keep her going in front of the setter. If the ball gets pulled off the net, if the setter's kind of near the 10-foot line, that's a really hard ball to still set a 1. So you need a really good pass in order to set Gibson on the 1, too.
Daly McClellan to serve. 4-2 Oregon here in set 3. Bad pass from Warden into the cheerleaders. 4th ace for Oregon. 2nd ace for McClellan. Iowa back row had a hard time Wednesday night. Bad pass. Gallus platforms at Urquhart. Good strong swing, but a good dig from Morris. Back row. Oh, Betse. Wow, was she flying.
Yeah, she got some hang time on that back row.
6-2 now. Hawks need a side out here. Urquhart, bad pass. Amaral stayed on the floor, did what she could do, but unfortunately Klein dunks it over.
Feeling a little similar to the first set. Yeah, can't get anything going if you can't get a pass. So serve and pass game is going to be huge in this third set.
Yeah, 7-2 already, 4 straight. 4 straight for the Ducks. Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City community for 57 years. Oak Knoll is conveniently located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City. A proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics, visit oakknoll.com to learn more. Yeah, Iowa tried a couple different back row players in Evanston on Wednesday night, as Northwestern had 13 aces on Wednesday. They did have 14 errors, but it was funny. Those 13 aces came from 3 players. So it was just Northwestern got into a rotation, and it's kind of a little bit like now, and what you saw, even what you saw in set 2 with Collier when she went on the run. It's just it seems like there's a couple times when Iowa has a little hard time getting out of their own way on the back row even.
Yeah, then Iowa gets out of system with, a bad pass off the net, and a team like Oregon is going to take a, maybe an off-speed swing, maybe a free ball, maybe a shot, and come right back swinging, with a great swing.
Well, your point exactly there. Iowa has 2 kills on 6 swings, so they don't have a hitting error yet, but then they're giving Oregon easy balls back, and Oregon has 5 kills on 7 swings, so they're able to just run offense right back at you.
Yep.
And then they run quick tempo at you as well, and so you just can't give those soft balls back over.
Yep.
McClellan at Urquhart, better ball. Amaral goes off to Garcia, and she hits it off the block and scores. Garcia 9 kills, 8 digs already.
See if we get the jump top or the jump float from Garcia.
She's floating. She's really floating, but a good pass from McClellan. Middle attack. Ofebu.
Put a dent in the floor.
She broke the beak of the Tiger Hawk logo there. Well smashed. Collier now to serve. 8-3 Ducks. Warden, bad pass, and Urquhart's going to have to platform it to Garcia. Back row off the block. Collier lunging play. Pushed outside. Off the block. Garcia with another dig. Amaral all the way across. It's tight. Urquhart tips. Catches a break then as Ofebu punches it over a sliding Klein, or McClellan, I guess it was. 8-4.
See if Urquhart can get an Iowa run here and close the gap a little bit.
5 kills, 4 digs for Mickey. Sends the float over. Obete's on the ground, so have to go to Collier in the back row. Dug by Gallus. Deary finds her footing. Garcia wanted to swing, but Gallus takes the platform over. Look out middle. And Ofebu just kind of hangs there too. She gets up in the air and just floats.
Yeah, she hit that ball on her way down a little ways off the net. Just created a lot of space between our block and that swing.
Well, I wasn't even sure
Yeah.
which side the ball came down on, but she's 6'3" and just hangs there too. Urquhart, great pass. Amaral dumps, but right at McClellan. Oabetes hammers it across court. 10-4 Ducks. Yeah, I like it better when Claire hits it than when she two-hand dumps it over.
Me too.
That was well read by McClellan. Claire, good hands there to get that ball in the air. Deary blocked, catches the line. Boy, that's just a tough play all around. As the De Los Reyes serve hits the tape, Amaral is awake and gets it in the air.
Yeah, it was good awareness by her to stick an arm out and get a play on that ball versus getting aced.
Urquhart, tight ball. Davis just slaps it over, dumped over. Slide to Davis. She has to, ball was behind her. That was less than pretty, but it worked. As she hit it in the donut, the campfire.
It was a smart reverse by Amaral to get that ball all the way out there, just off the net a little bit too much, like you said, behind Davis, but smart tip nonetheless for Davis in the campfire to keep it alive.
Anna's got a couple. She'll serve now. 11-5 Oregon. Good serve. Oabete will get a rip at it. Off the block. Dug by Davis. Deary off the block. Covered by Davis. Back row Garcia. To your point of back row, Malu is pretty good. Malu. She fires it off Morris.
Just a high contact point. Fast whip. She's automatic back there right now.
11-6. Davis sends it over. Back row, Collier off the tape. And she gets the benefit of a friendly tape. Of course, when you hit it that hard, it just kind of goes through the tape.
Yeah.
It doesn't roll along it for very long. 12-6, Collier with 11. Klein's dished out 29 assists already. And that serve is 2 feet long. 12-7. Hawks kind of hanging around. Need to find a little run here. Meitzler fires it over. Collier, bad pass. Get it over the net, though. Meitzler out of the middle. Boy, that was a low set to Gibson, and double block was set up right on her, and unfortunately, all that she could do was punch it right into that block.
Yeah, blockers were moved over with just kind of where the play was moving to. I'd like to see Meitzler reverse that ball, go Garcia. She would have one-on-one opportunity cross court.
Well, Bete fires it off of Urquhart's platform, and the run's happening the other way. 14-7 Oregon. Yeah, Hawks returning with 2 now. It's just Urquhart and Gallus. Urquhart, Meitzler, there she reversed it. Garcia's dug up though. Right side tight ball for Glover. And the Hawks can't get the dig, 15-7. Coach Barnes will use his second timeout as Oregon with 3 straight. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by Molly's Cupcakes in downtown Iowa City for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes is a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. I don't know about you, but I vote we go back to set 2.
I vote that as well. Just can't seem to string points together on Iowa's side. Right now struggling a little bit on serve receive, a little bit of miscommunications on defense, just a few things that Iowa can clean up and, try to close this gap in set 3 and, maybe do what they can do, in set 2, do that again in set 4. Maybe we'll go to 5th set.
Well, sometimes you pat a team on the back because it's like, oh man, they run good offense and we just can't stop them. Right now the problem seems to be that Iowa's giving Oregon easier free balls to come run whatever they want on offense. And Oregon 10 kills on 15 swings here in the 3rd set. So Iowa's not able to really get a good aggressive block set. They're not able to make Oregon take swings from off the net or even out of rhythm. Oregon's in a very good rhythm right now, running offense back at the Hawks.
They do, and Iowa was able to answer that in set 2 and kind of create an unstoppable offense of their own in set 2, but this set they're just not passing well enough to make that happen.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Iowa and you said, hey, you're going to hit 235, you're like, well, okay, that's not so bad. We can probably live with that. With a team that lets you hit in the mid-100s, we're hitting 235, okay. But then when you look at the other side of the ledger and realize that the other team's hitting 667, 235 isn't anywhere nearly good enough to keep you in a set that way. Obete knocks it over. Good pass from Urquhart. Goes back out to Deary. Gabby gets the kill. So an important side out there coming right out of the timeout. And so the Hawks will make a back row change here. Deary leaves and Olivia Lombardi will get a try. 15-8. Olivia hops forward and flips it over. Tight ball. It was outside to Collier. Dug by Gallus. Good ball. Meitzler. Tight ball for Urquhart. Off the block and scores.
Really smart get by Urquhart. Super tight ball. Not much you can do with it there, but that's a veteran move right there, being able to score on that ball.
So interesting defense there. Glover was middle blocker and Taverdi was, boy, Lombardi sends the serve long. Won't get a chance to see it, but the right side hitter was the middle blocker and the middle blocker was the right side blocker. They just kind of flipped on defense and offense there.
Yeah, might assume Urquhart's probably going to get the ball and put a sizable block on Urquhart versus Gibson.
And then Morris bleeds it off the tape and over, and the Hawks can't dig it up. 17-9. 6 aces for the Ducks. A lot of tape shots from them as well. Lombardi, good ball. Garcia, dug by Oabete. Urquhart, not dug by anybody on the overpass. 17-10.
Really smart swing by Urquhart there. Typically those overpass balls like that, it's pretty risky to take a swing on that ball because the timing can be a little bit off. Normally you swipe those left and right, but I love the aggression.
Gallus knocks it at Oabete. Great ball, middle attack. Oh, jeez. Ofebu.
It's the 10-foot line.
Yeah, I think she was trying to extend the hole she dug earlier and by Herky's beak, or by the Tiger Hawk's beak. 18-10, McClellan to serve. And Lombardi is ace, 19-10. This boy, Oregon flexing here in the serve-receive game here in set 3. McClellan. Bad pass from Urquhart. Amaril's able to get it in the air. Urquhart gets a swing, tools the block. Fortunate play there for Iowa. Hannah Whittingstall in for Anna Davis. (19-11). Garcia. Jump floats it down the line wide. Boy, that's
tough.
You can't build a comeback on service errors, and that's where Iowa's been here. It's not the volume, it's the timing, really, today. 20-11, Collier to serve. Lombardi, tight ball to Amaral. Actually, she won the joust, but then Ofebu pushed it back over again, and nobody from the Hawks came over at it, and the ball lands at the 10-foot line, just inbounds right in the 2 spot. 21-11. Collier bails the Hawks out by pounding in the net. Lombardi leaves, Deary in. Michelle Urquhart to serve. Definitely need her to go with the invisible serving run here.
Yes.
Hickey goes down the line. McClellan, good pass. Back row to Collier. Dug by Urquhart. Dug by Garcia on the overpass. Amaral outside to Deary. Through the block. Scores.
There's some momentum that Iowa Hawkeyes need going into the fourth set to kind of flip the script again, like they did set one, set two.
Well, you get a good dig on a powerful swing and you turn that into offense. You gotta find a way to get going here. Urquhart again. Tried to pull the string and serve it short, but unfortunately it was too short. 6 errors now starting to pile up. Again, it's at least 3 this set in the last 6 or 7 points. 22-13. Urquhart, good ball to Amaral. Slide to Whittingstall off the block. And Urquhart was deep in the court and not really covering anything. 23-13. Gallus. Amaral outside to Deary. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Amaral takes a rip at it and scores. So Deary took a good swing. The ball just kind of sat inclined into Verdi's chest, and they just kind of both punched it up. How neither one of those got called for a lift there is beyond me.
Amaral just said, all right, if you're not going to call that, I'll swing.
Yeah, I'm not even going to take a chance again. 23-14. Whittingstall to serve, and that's going to go long. Oof, that's the best I can do on that one.
Yeah, it's just right when they start to get a little momentum going, they make an unforced error. It kind of kills it every time.
And so Kristen Klein will try to serve out the set. She will. Ooh, Hawks get that in the air barely. Good heads-up play by Deary. Glover hits a change-up and scores. And that was too easy for Oregon. 25-14. The Ducks take set 3 and now lead 2-1. Let's just go to break on that one. There's nothing fun.
Yeah.
There's nothing fun to talk about there.
I agree, yeah.
Oregon leads 2-1. We'll take a break. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Melrose Meadows. Voted Iowa City's best retirement community. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you are in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty. For all your real estate needs, call 319-631-5455.
Hey, hungry? And your heart is ticking for chicken? Well, take a quick turn into Quickstar because we got
no ordinary chicken.
Yeah, go wild with wings. Next level super wings with trusty sidekick and sauces. Or let's talk tender. Quick chick tenders. Love me tenders. Love me some quick tenders. Ours are bigger, better, tastier. Or if you're feeling good old school comfort fried chicken, we got it. Hand breaded, down homier than anywhere. Quickstar, saving your nuggets from ordinary.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Iowa Hawkeyes all season long with your favorite black and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from Niall Kinnick Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Hawkeyes branded gear from the Shields fan shop. Visit us at your local Shields or shields.com and let's cheer on the Hawkeyes. Shields, proud partner of Iowa athletics and football fans everywhere.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena. I'm John Evans with my friend Reagan Coyle. Reagan, I think there's 2 numbers that stand out to me on the stat sheets. the first one is just a tidbit. The second one's important to the match. Iowa had 3 aces and 2 errors through 2 sets. Through 3 sets, they have 3 aces and 7 errors. So 5 service errors in that set. Obviously, you beat 25-14. That's not the only issue you have.
Yep.
But Iowa clearly lost serve and receive in set 3.
For sure. Yeah, the numbers that stick out to me here are Oregon's side-out percentage. First set, 70%. Second set dipped down to 40%. That third set that we just saw back up to 78%. It's going to require lots of aggressive serving by Iowa to keep Oregon from siding out so well. If they can get another set taken away there, it's going to require, like I said, aggressive serving.
Yeah, Iowa had 5 service errors and no aces. Oregon had 4 aces and 2 service errors that set. And obviously the other fun tidbit that I pointed out to you, we've played 3 sets. It's 2 sets to 1. You're like, oh, that's a close match, man. That is back and forth. No lead changes and no ties in the entire match other than 0-0.
That's crazy.
So you score the first point, you score the first couple, and then you just pull away. Mentioned Iowa soccer in action. They're also on the pitch against the Ducks. Iowa with an early goal leads 1-0. And we'll start set 4 with a Jenna Meitzler serve. Collier, bad pass. Oabete, high off the block, dug by Urquhart. Great ball to Meitzler. Gibson out of the middle, wipes at it, dug up by Klein. Oabete again, dug by Urquhart again. Deary from the left, off the block, covered herself. Meitzler fights through traffic, pushes it to Garcia on the right. Good ball. And Glover, 2 for flinching, knocks it into the front row.
Well, if the streak continues, Iowa's got this one in the bag then, right?
Yep,
1-0?
there are no lead changes, so let's just go to the 5th, and we'll start there. Save ourselves a lot of time and effort. Meitzler, Collier, good ball. Outside, Oabete tips. Ooh. All right, so the streak is broken. We have our first tie of the match. We can still prevent the first lead change, though. Oabete with her pink shoelaces comes forward and fires. Meitzler one hand. Garcia hammers it, but it's dug up. Oabete, great set to Collier. She tips, and it goes off the block, and we do have the first lead change. 2-1 Oregon.
A few miscommunications tonight on tip balls. You see Gallus kind of flying in, but not wanting to collide with another player who's maybe there. I'd like to see them, call one or the other off early to get that ball up.
Bad pass from Urquhart. Meitzler couldn't handle it. Bete's kind of got a funky delivery, as we talked about. She's a little shorter, but almost hits it on a little overhand hook, and it's got some weird movement on it. It's got pace, too.
Yeah, it does.
Really gets on top of it. Another good serve. Deary from off the court, covered by Gallus. Gibson will give Deary another try. Gibson will give Deary another try. So it goes Garcia. That ball was too tight. And Garcia tried to push through with her right hand, but the double block was set up on top of her, and I don't think you're going to push that through Collier very often.
Yeah, and Meitzler said my bad. Just a trap set there for Garcia. Lots of balls going to the outside for Deary there. We got Dom subbed in for her right now. Let's see if she can give them a different look.
Oabete again. Dumped over by Meitzler and was immediately rejected by Taverdi. I don't know that you can dump it that far off the net. Taverdi had plenty of time to see it. 5-1 Oregon. Urquhart overpass. Collier dunks it down. Meitzler hits it off Garcia's face, and the Hawks are in trouble, 6-1.
Yeah, really struggling as a serve-receive unit. Setters are having to run all over the court right now.
Express Midwest is Iowa's locally owned and operated ground transportation specialist who have served Iowa City for more than 37 years. With a selection of chauffeured black cars, limos, sprinters, and buses, they have solutions for all of your transport needs. Check out their website at expressmidwest.com. Yeah, that's just, again, kind of much of what we saw in set 3. Oregon, three kills on just 5 swings is when they get an opportunity. They're running quick, easy, efficient offense on free balls. And
Yep.
Iowa 1 kill on 8 swings. There's nothing quick, easy, and efficient about what they're doing on offense right now.
Yeah, there's not much that Oregon has to do right now other than, keep serving aggressively, and Iowa is going to be out of system and give them an easy ball back, like you said, and just come firing on all cylinders right back. So got to get something going if you're the serve-receive line for Iowa, and we need somebody to step up and just get a solid kill right now just to break the momentum.
Oregon hitting .316 now. Really the only set Iowa has slowed them down much at all. Set 2, Iowa held them to 105, but Oregon hit .619 in set 3. So I don't know that many teams are going to be able to claim wins over teams when the opponent hits over 500 in a set. So going to need something more defensively for Iowa, and it's going to start with Iowa putting pressure on them defensively, and then getting into a serve-receive game where you can give them a hard time. But let's start with an Oabete return of serve here. Good pass to Meitzler across to Garcia. She was on the left, and Iowa has nobody to swing, so look out here. Right side, Glover off Gallus. Iowa came out of the timeout, had Dom Fills on the right, had Garcia on the left, trying to change something up. Did not work. 7 straight for Oregon. Gallus, good ball. Gibson out of the middle is blocked. She doesn't get blocked one-on-one very often. Taverdi gets the best of her there.
Yeah, I think she tried to go wrist away there. That's a tough ball one-on-one. It was a little bit of a tight set for her.
That's a great serve right at Phil's. Garcia gets a swing from the left and scores. It's a changeup right down the line.
It's always tricky having a lefty on the outside. Their ball has to get all the way out to her left shoulder, but that line swing is so easy for her if it gets all the way out there. Even if it wasn't a powerful swing, she just kind of rolled it down the line, found some open court.
So Dom Fills leaves. Jamie Marquardt comes in. She'll see her first action now. (8-2) Oregon here in set 4. Lead 2-1. Jamie floats it over at Collier. High ball, middle of the floor. Glover from the right. Hawks get the dig. Meitzler outside to Urquhart. Sharp cross, scores. Starts with 1, right? You just keep kind of building and finding a way back. 8-3. Marquardt, couple bounces. Pops it over. Oabete, decent pass. Collier high off the block. Gallus is able to find it. Meitzler behind Urquhart, blocked. Gallus. Meitzler, Gibson through the block and scores. 8-4.
There's Gibson on her typical crossbody swing. Kind of had 1.5 blockers up there, but her swing comes so fast it's hard for the blockers if they're not set all the way to really get anything productive out of their touch.
6 kills, 3 blocks for Gracie. Marquardt again. Good strong serve. Oabete though, good pass. Middle attack. That's Taverdi. Boy, she came in, middle of the second set? She has 3 kills, 2 digs, and 5 blocks.
She's been solid.
Mackenzie Morris and her 12 digs now to serve. It's a good one. Urquhart, good pass. Meitzler goes behind Garcia, who covers herself accidentally. Urquhart gets a rip off the block. Collier takes it. Klein misses wide, no touch. A little low for Ofebu that time, and she just kind of punched it a little and just missed. I like what she did. The action was good. She just missed by a little. 9-5. Oh, and Gallus misses wide.
Yeah, not a good time for service errors. This is a set where Iowa needs to find a way to win if we want to extend this game any longer, and can't afford any more unforced errors with a 5-point lead by Oregon.
McClellan to serve. Boy, that's a great serve. She got on top of that one, served it at Urquhart and Marquardt. 11-5. Ace number 9 for Oregon. Urquhart overpass. Hawks catch a break again as Ofebu hits in the net on the overpass.
That's an example of kind of a flap overpass. If your timing's not quite right to swing on that ball, it'd be best to just redirect it as a block.
Well, we see that twice out of Oregon. That middle blocker, it gets off that hand, and then they don't judge the angle very well. Garcia down the line, good pass. I'm sorry, bad pass. But the Hawk block drags it down on the Oabete back row kill.
Gotta stay disciplined as a middle blocker with a back row attack. It takes a little longer for it to cross over the net. And Whittingstall was too far off the net to get a good press on the block.
12-6, Collier to serve. Sends it long. The Ducks, though, winning the battle. 9 aces, that's their 8th error. Iowa has the same 8 errors, but only 3 aces to go with it. See if Mickey can add to that total here. Good pass, middle of the floor, goes back row to Collier. And she goes right down into the one corner there and scores off of Urquhart's right hand. 15 kills now for Mimi Collier. De La Reyes floats it at Urquhart. Good ball to Amaral, slide to Whittingstall. Good dig from Collier. Oabete. Phils was in the net as Hawks actually caught a break. The Oregon players were competing for who wants a kill. Both Taverdi and Klein took rips at it. Neither one of them hit it very hard. Gave Phils a chance, but still couldn't really do anything with it. 14-7 now. Up to serve sails long.
Got to use these opportunities to string some points together if you're Iowa. Each time they've gotten the ball, they've maybe scored 1 or 2, but then, maybe make an unforced error or Oregon gets a kill, just to kill the momentum, and they haven't been able to really string points together.
De La Reyes has about the exact opposite action that Oabete does. She serves low and has to pop in the air. Oabete seems to get on top of it. Warden knocks it at Oabete. Slide coming behind Taverdi, and she just kind of hung with it and knocked it in the campfire, and nobody in the Iowa defense was handy.
Yeah, that ball has to come up. It is easily readable. That ball's behind her. You can see her hand, about ready to tip, and can't afford any more points right now.
15-8. Kristen Klein fires it over. Urquhart, bad pass. Meitzler chases it down. Glover tips it over. Hawks are able to get it in the air. Phils tips it. Oabete off the block. Urquhart. Meitzler pushes through traffic. Phils with a rip. Block covered. Phils tips. Good dig by Taverdi. Across to Oabete. And the Hawks can't get the dig. Garcia couldn't quite control it. A lot of good fight and scramble from Iowa. Just, again, they can't turn it around and be the aggressor. 16-8. Klein. Gallus with a decent pass. Garcia has to roll it over because Gallus was at her feet. Taverdi pushes that out of bounds. Hawks catch a break. Basically, every step Garcia took forward, Gallus was right there with her.
Yeah.
Malu didn't really want to jump. I don't blame her a bit. Meitzler to serve. It's 16-9. Collier, not a good pass. Oabete, tight ball, gets the swing. Boy,
Well, she was up there kind of over Iowa's block even, on top of the tape, or on top of the net, like even.
Yeah, that ball was right on top of the net, and she went up and was somehow able to still take one of those swings where you kind of stop your hand right away, so it was still an aggressive swing. It wasn't really a full tip. And it was her service run that was the difference in this set, and she knocks another serve over. It's a good one. Gibson out of the middle, scores. Gracie's got 7. Hawks have a big hill. (17-10) Oregon. They're up 2-1. Jamie Marquardt to serve. Middle attack coming.
So Verdi just kind of flipped a switch here. As soon as she's gotten in, she's been playing lights out.
Yeah, she's been
Great swing.
She's been pretty good for the backup.
Yeah.
That's a Morris ace serve. Back-to-back matches, Iowa's given up double-digit aces. 19-10. Marquardt, good pass. Meitzler to Gibson. Gibson scores off the block. Actually, off the back row tip, maybe.
I think it might have been going out if Oregon didn't make a move to touch that ball, but it's a point.
19-11. Gracie with 8 now. Garcia has 12. Urquhart has 9. Gallus. Hands by Collier. Glover has to run in, tries to just throw it off the block, covered up. Collier will get a swing. Rolled over. Garcia gets it in the air. Hawks actually got that over. Smart play by Collier, but the Hawks get a chance. Whittingstall tips to the corner and scores.
Amazing heads-up play by Garcia just to throw her arm out to get that ball over the net and make that save. What a play.
She covered after the tip on the block and was just able to kind of keep punching it in the air. Gallus at Collier. Good ball this time. Middle attack. Boy, Hawks get it over again. Outside Collier. Uses high hands and scores.
Another questionable double over the net. They haven't really been calling those in the last couple games that we've watched anyway.
I always feel better about a setter doing it, that she's going to have decent enough hands to not double. McClellan and her 4 aces at the service line. Not an ace, but not a good pass. Gallus steps in, and now look out. Oh, Garcia one-on-one with Collier, gets the block.
Absolute roof by Garcia.
I'm going to a Febu there if I'm running that offense with what she's done in the middle off quick action. 20-13. Garcia to serve for the Hawks. Floats it down the line. McClellan rolling pass behind Collier. Dug by Urquhart. Garcia from the back row. Blocked, and the Hawks can't cover it. That's the better timing from your back row there, from your middles there of patiently waiting for the block. And Garcia even hit a little off speed too, and they were ready for it. 21-13, Collier to serve. Good pass. Amaral, back row Garcia. Hits the changeup. Oh, Abete's there. Oh, my goodness. That's why I would have said a Febu on the other one.
She found that seam in between the block there and also found the floor just behind the 10-foot line. It's a great slide.
Smashed that one home, 22-13. Marquardt, Amaral, Urquhart from off the block into the antenna. Mickey's got 10.
See if we can get Mickey going on a run.
Otherwise, we're going to play the entire match and have one tie and one lead change. Urquhart, good serve, bad pass, ace. It's been a long time since Iowa's had one of those. 22-15. Yeah, both Oregon outsides hitting over 300. And both with double-digit kills. At McClellan again. Man, she's just so high.
She is just, that ball is kind of right on, you know, on the tape, on the plane, and she's reaching over the top of Iowa's block to get the final touch and just tip it right in the campfire.
Yeah, Ofeabu, that was just not a good set. She's just destroyed the floor a couple times, and that one she just hangs in the air, swipes it over, and scores. Emerald on a bad pass from Urquhart, got tight into the net. Match point Oregon now. De La Reyes doesn't serve it hard, but Iowa's had a hard time passing her.
I think it has a lot of movement because it's kind of going up and then dropping without any spin.
Emerald outside to Phils, off the block, good dig from Collier. Oh, shoved onto the line there by Taverdi. Boy, did she have a second half of this match, and that'll do it. Iowa took set 2 and basically made Oregon mad. 25-14, 25-15. Oregon takes sets 3 and 4 and finish up the match 3-1. Oregon hits 433 there in set 4 with 17 kills.
Yeah, they were solid. You know, besides that second set, Oregon is just really great on offense and just has a lot of offensive firepower no matter where they set it, and they were in system a lot. Their passing line did really well. Just came down to serve and pass, really.
Get Coach Barnes here. You got me, Coach?
Gotcha.
That Oregon offense was pretty efficient the last 2 sets is about all I've got the observation there. When they were able to run in system, the middles were really good.
Yeah, and that's the only reason we got out after them in set 2. We served well and kept them out of system, and that's what we had to do. We had to win serve pass, and we did it 1 set. That's what's disappointing is we showed we could beat them in that, but we had too many breakdowns serve receive for us today.
Yeah, again, 10 aces again for Oregon. We're talking about De La Reyes there, the shorter server, and she seemed to hit the ball up, but it was a flat knuckleball. And then Oabete, their smaller outside hitter, she seemed to really get on top and drive it. So you saw kind of a variety of service moves there.
Yeah, they moved it around, and we scouted it really well, and so we were ready for it. We, our DS position keeps. We can't find someone to stay steady in that position, and then they got after Michelle, and and if they can get after her, then we're in big trouble because it's a tough part. We don't our only player behind Michelle that can play that position is Alyssa, and she's had a knee situation that kind of keeps her out of the front row. So we're limited on what we can do if they break Michelle down, and then that's the last 2 sets, 2 matches, the teams were able to do that.
I thought there were a lot of good scramble points again. The team continues to fight and push, and you had 7 more digs than Oregon. Malu has a double-double, 12 kills, 10 digs, and I think that to your point with Mickey, Mickey's not only she's got 10 kills, she's got 9 digs, and then she's a focus on serve receive. So she's got to leave here and need an ice bath, I would imagine.
Yeah, we have to have both our left sides play well. Michelle plays well as far as passing and serving and that. And then on the other left side, putting some balls away from us for us. And just didn't have either one help us today.
He had Gabby show some signs there, especially on the defensive side. She and Gracie Gibson teamed up for some blocks early in set 2 and really kind of helped set the tone. And that was couldn't seem to find a way to consistently block just 5 blocks total. Oregon, the best blocking team in the Big Ten, comes away with 11.
Yeah, they completely outblocked us, and they were hurting us up the middle. That's why we got Hannah, who's been sick this week. She didn't get the start, but they were hurting us up the middle, and we put Hannah in to see if she's our top blocker, but wasn't able to hold our serve receive together.
Yeah, it felt like there with the challenge he had there, it was difficult then to run offense back, and then when you gave a free ball back over, Oregon was super efficient running offense back.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll let you get in the locker room and talk to the team, Coach. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Coach Jim Barnes of your Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes able to take a set again from another top-ranked team, but just not able to string enough together. I was just saying, Reagan, it's another one of those. Iowa's able to take a set from a ranked team, but just not able to, provide the consistency over, to get to 75 points that you need to win. Or I guess if you get to a 5th set, you don't quite need that many. But to get to 75 points and win, that's the struggle Iowa's had of just finding that consistency, match in, match out.
Yeah, and I think it really came down to the serve and pass game. Getting Oregon to that 40% in set 2 was crucial to the win, and they just weren't able to do that again from the service line. And maybe that was just a change Oregon made in serve receive, but they're right there with them, and being ranked team in the Big Ten, take a set away from them, that's a great confidence boost. But even knowing that you didn't quite play your best volleyball and still took a set from them, just couldn't get it done in 4 or 5. They're right there. So, on to the next. Like you said at the beginning of the broadcast, nobody's going to feel sorry for you for not being able to get it done. So that's just how the Big Ten goes.
Well, and what you had noted, too, in the set Iowa was able to win, they were able to side out. They were able to receive serve and turn it around. In the sets Iowa lost, Oregon sided out at 70%, 78%, and then 68% there in the 4th. So when you can't, if the team is running it, or I'm sorry, that's how Oregon sided out Iowa, so they were able to run right back at Iowa all the time. And so if they're able to just completely not let you go on even two 3-point runs, it's tough to win and continue to string out, especially then when the other team's hitting. The other team hits 328, so they're siding you out at a fairly good rate. So tough run there for the Hawks on that side. Did get 12 kills out of Malu Garcia, 10 digs as well. 10 kills out of Mickey. She had 9 digs. So that kind of the 2 Hawkeye leaders. Gracie Gibson did a nice job. Ended up hitting 357 with 8 kills and 3 blocks. Again, then it fell off after that. You had 17 digs from Joy Gallus, but it felt like she had a bunch early and then wasn't quite able to keep up that same sustained defensive intensity, I guess, although Iowa had a lot of great scramble points, but
yeah, they did.
It was always the reactive side of it. It was hard for Iowa to turn around and be reactive. 20 assists for Jenna Meitzler, 14 for Claire Emerald in her first extended action since the middle of September, so really over a month ago. So good to see her back out there, and looked pretty good. Looked like she moved well. Didn't look too hampered. There were times where you could tell she'd get near somebody and be a little ginger walking on, but I don't blame her there at all. So see how she gets through and see what Iowa does now, because I mean, again, there's no easy things in the Big Ten, but I guess the good news is you've got 2 unranked teams coming into Extreme Arena, which is really the best you can hope for in the Big Ten. Is Michigan visits Friday, and then Iowa will host Illinois on Sunday. So 6 o'clock on Friday night, 2 o'clock on Sunday. We'll be back in action and right here, and you'll be back with me both times.
Sure will.
Fantastic. Yep. Oregon takes down Iowa 3-1. Iowa get the second one 25-18, but it was 25-17, 15, and 14 in the other 3 sets. So that'll do it. Appreciate you listening. I'm John Evans for Reagan Coyle. This has been Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar. Have a great Sunday afternoon. Go Hawks.
on the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. This has been Iowa Hawkeye Volleyball, brought to you by Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Wellmark, you're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield, University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives, and by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.